Howdy sports fans, are you good? It's fair to say that the first month of the year is a bit of a relaxed one as far as the gaming industry is concerned, with January 2021 seeing few big games released, or many games at all. Hitman 3 and The Medium headlined what was a pretty quiet month for releases, though the new games of February 2021 are taking things up a notch. From Tiny Troubles to basically Mario vs Godzilla, give it to me, the upcoming month in gaming should be a better indicator of how the year will shape up. Though it's hard to escape the feeling that maybe we will be seeing more delays. On the flip side though, hopefully we will also be seeing release dates for 2021 games that are a little up in the air. Dying Light 2, please come closer. Here then is everything you should be playing over the next month or so with the biggest new games of February 2021. Bear in mind that because the world is on fire right now, these release dates are sadly subject to change. Also, check out how many different ways I say February over the course of this video. Spoiler, it's a lot! Coming in early February, Destruction AllStars. The big PlayStation Plus game for February, Destruction AllStars was originally set to launch alongside the PS5, but Sony probably wisely instead decided to release it as part of the service for free, with great big quotation marks. I mean, it's technically not free because you have to pay money to get PlayStation Plus, but yeah, free-ish. Destruction AllStars is an arena vehicular combat destruction derby with game show vibes, a Saturday morning cartoon aesthetic, and the promise of distracting you for just a little bit from real world nonsense. Even if it doesn't go down as a classic, Destruction AllStars should have a starring role for PlayStation fans this February. Personally speaking, to me it looks like a family-friendly version of the PlayStation classic Twisted Metal, with elements of the modern hero shooter-esque games, and that is all very much fine by me. The very catchily named Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood launches early February as well. Listen, let's not sugarcoat the obvious here. Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood looks a little rough around the edges and won't be realistically competing with a lot of other much bigger budgeted AAA RPGs anytime soon. However, any game that sees you playing as an eco-terrorist werewolf, yes, is at least worth paying attention to. Based on the cult favourite tabletop game, Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood will see you exploring the American Northwest through various open-ended hub worlds, though it's not open world. A fascinating mechanic will see you trying to balance your rage as you learn more about the injustices carried out against the planet. If you become overwhelmed with anger, you will turn into a werewolf and lose out on precious information, because it's pretty hard for people to talk when their throats have been ripped out, I find. Earthblood actually has a lot of interesting little spins on the modern RPG, so let's see if Cyanide can get werewolf fans howling this February. If you like low budget kinda janky RPGs like Elex and Greedfall, you might be in for a treat with Earthblood. Little Nightmares 2 looks like being a little treat on February the 11th. Little Nightmares 2 has the potential to surprise a lot of people this year, especially as far as horror games go. The original was a short but sweet experience with some stunning visuals and horrifying set pieces, so sequels just have to build on that while expanding the lore to be a success. Placing you in the shoes of Mono alongside Six, the protagonist of the first game, Little Nightmares 2 sees you trying to put a stop to the evil transmission that has twisted the world. Packed with puzzles and an art style that you won't quickly forget, Little Nightmares 2 has a demo available at this time of recording if you want to preview the Heebies and additional Jeebies. The original game is also available for pretty much pennies alongside with all of its DLC, so yeah, just play it, would ya? God's sake. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury launches in February too. The Wii U well is running pretty dry for Nintendo nowadays, with so many ports finding a more loving home on the Switch. Super Mario 3D World is the latest Wii U game to be chucked a life jacket, and while it isn't revered as one of the better Mario games, it's hard to say no to more 3D Mario. Either solo or with 3 friends in 4-player co-op, you have to put a stop to Bowser's naughtiness and rescue the Sprixie princess. Peach is actually along for the ride this time. With unique abilities, gyro controls and improved platforming, this port could become the definitive way to play Super Mario 3D World. There's even Bowser's Fury, a new 3D adventure in which Bowser Jr. teams up with Mario to stop his dad from being such a grumpy goose. Yep, that's what it says in the synopsis. Grumpy goose. Don't check that. Grumpy goose, it says. Yep. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection launches in late February. Ghosts and Goblins deserves more respect for how much it's influenced other side-scrolling games in recent years, and Resurrection is attempting to bring the franchise to a new generation. Rather than being a gritty reboot featuring a battle pass and all sorts of normal nonsense these days, Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection is promising to be more of the same punishing gameplay with some modern tweaks. You play as Arthur, a knight who finds himself in the demon realm and up against all of the beasts that lie within, including the very unsettlingly named Skeleton Murderer and Pigman. A side-scrolling action platformer, Resurrection will provide challenging gameplay that will get you to strip down to your boxes time and time again. Don't worry, that will make sense. The Switch is the perfect home for Resurrection, so here's hoping it does what its name suggests and brings the iconic franchise back into the limelight. And finally, Bravely Default 2 will round out a pretty solid month for Nintendo. The third game in the Bravely series and the sequel to Bravely 2nd, don't worry about it. Bravely Default 2 is a completely different story to the original Bravely Default. Seriously, didn't I just say don't worry about it? That is likely to consume your life for at least 50 hours of gameplay this February. An RPG adventure set in a new world, Bravely Default 2 follows the story of a young sailor who joins up with other heroes of light as they venture across 5 different kingdoms, with characters being able to be assigned special jobs and the intriguing Brave and Default combat system making a return. Bravely Default 2 could be the perfect option for anyone who wants Final Fantasy to return to its turn-based roots. There's even a free demo available right now on Switch if you need more convincing. Still not swayed? Okay, how about the fact that one of the main characters is called Elvis? Huh? Okay, yeah, thought that would do it, yeah. So there you are then, there are just a few of the biggest new games coming this February. Be sure to let me know what you're looking forward to the most down below, or if there's anything I might have missed. Be sure to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.